everyone, my name is FATHIAH binti Muhammad FAIZAL as your moderator for today. Welcome to our discussions on integrated sustainable solutions for water pollution. Before we start the discussion, let's get to know each other first. I'd like to invite my friends to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is LYANA binti AZIZEE.
My name is NORSYAHILA.
Hi, my name is AFIQAH INSYIRAH, Mete AZMAN.
Okay, today we are tackling a real environmental crisis happening right here in Malaysia, the pollutions of Sungai Lereh in Melaka. Sungai Lereh water pollution crisis has been making headline and going viral. But before we discuss it, let's watch the news report to see just how serious this situation really is.
Ini menyukarkan kerja-kerja nelayan yang bergantung kepada Sungai Lereh ini untuk mata pencarian mereka. Mereka memaklumkan kepada saya bahawa apabila air sungai ini bertukar gelap, satu tu dia berbau, keduanya apabila mereka turun menolak perahu mereka ataupun bobot nelayan mereka, mereka berasa gatal-gatal di kulit. Kalau air sungai dan juga air laut tercemar, maka saya fikir hasil nelayan tu juga akan berkurang. Saya fikir tapak pengurusan sampah ini telah wujud agak lama dan sepatutnya mereka mempunyai cara pengurusan sampah yang baik, yang terkawal.
Wow, seeing it on the news really hits different, right? Imagine waking up on the day and the river that feeds your family is just black. No fish, no income, no future. That's the reality for 85 families right now. And that's why we are here today. This isn't just about dirty water, it's about 85 fishermen who can fish anymore. It's about a river that turned black and smells so bad that people can't even go near it. And it's about finding solutions that actually work and last. Our discussion will cover 4 key areas: the water pollution issue, analysis of causes, and impact proposed integrated solutions categorized into engineering, regulatory, and natural approaches, and a comprehensive evaluations of these solutions. So here's the situations. Between November 2024 and March 2025, there were 11 official complaints about Sungai Lereh. The water turned black, it smelled terrible, and fish populations dropped dramatically. 85 fishermen and 85 families lost their main resource of income. This has been going on since 2023, which means this isn't one-time accidents. Something is seriously wrong and we need sustainable solutions, not just band-aid fixes. So let's start with the basic. Shahila, what's actually causing this pollution?
Okay, thank you, ALYA. Based on investigation and community reports, the pollution in Sungai Lereh is mainly caused by human activities. One of the main causes is improper waste disposal from the Sungai Udan waste disposal site. During heavy rainfall, leachate from the landfill flow into the river and contaminates the water. Another cause is industrial effluent discharged from nearby factory. Some wastewater is not fully treated and contains harmful chemical, which reduce water quality and harm aquatic life. In addition, weak enforcement and delayed reporting have allowed the pollution to continue for a long time without strong action being taken.
So basically, we have leaking landfill, factories dumping chemical, and authorities not catching it. It's fast enough that dangerous combinations, but Shahila, let's talk impact. What actually happening to the environment, people health, and their wallets?
Okay, the impact are serious. Environmentally, fish species like mullet fish and freshwater prawn are declining, showing that the river ecosystem is damaged. In terms of health, fishermen reported skin irritation after contact with polluted water. From a socio-economic perspective, about 85 fishermen are affected. Their fish catch has decreased, their income is reduced, and their long-term livelihood are threatened and increasing community frustration.
Wow, so we are not just losing fish, we are losing entire livelihoods. People are getting skin problem and the whole ecosystem is collapsing this urgence. So Sarah, this problem is clearly complicated, so we can just fix it with one approach. Can you walk us through the three-dimensional solutions you are proposing?
Of course, ALYA, the solution must work together across three dimensions. First, engineering and technological solution. This include installing real-time water quality sensor, building industrial effluent treatment systems, conducting river cleanups, and using bioremediation to naturally break down pollutants. Second one is regulatory and institutional solution. Authorities must strictly enforce law like the Environmental Quality Act 1974 and conduct compliance audits and impose penalties on polluters. And the third one, nature or ecosystem-based on solution also play an important role in restoring Sungai Lereh. Constructed wetlands and repairing buffer zones can naturally filter pollutant before they enter the river and helping to improve the water quality. At the same time, habitat rehabilitation supports the return of fish and other aquatic life.
I love that. Tech, laws, and nature working together. But Sarah, how does this connect to actual engineering principles and the UN Sustainable Development Goals?
This solution apply environmental engineering principle, wastewater treatment technology, and river flow management. They also support several sustainable development goals such as SDG 6, clean water and sanitation, SDG 14, life below water, and SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. This ensures sustainability from both technical and social perspective.
Perfect. And in 2026, we can't talk about solutions without mentioning technology. So, Sarah, how does AI fit into all of this?
AI helps make the whole approach smarter and more efficient. It can predict pollution even early, trigger automated alerts when water quality drops, and provide real-time data to support enforcement. At the same time, mobile reporting systems allow the public to participate in monitoring the river. By combining engineering solution with AI technology, we can achieve long-term and sustainable protection for Sungai Lereh.
So, we are basically turning the river into a smart system that can warn us before things go bad. That's powerful. Okay, so we have got some really solid sounding solutions. But here are the things, every solution has trade-off. Afika, let's get real. In terms of effectiveness, what actually works better? Building fancy treatment systems or just enforcing the rules we already have?
Okay, from my understanding, both have their advantage. Engineering and technological solutions are very effective because they can detect and reduce pollution immediately. For example, real-time water quality monitoring can catch issues early, and industrial treatment system can reduce pollutant before they're discharged to the river. However, the regulatory and institutional solutions are the most effective and feasible for preventing pollution from recurring. They hold industry accountable through mandatory audits, strict fine, and reporting of illegal waste disposal. So the key is consistent enforcement to ensure long-term result.
So that catches problem fast, but laws stop them from happening in the first place. Got it. Now, you mentioned community-based solutions earlier. How can everyday people actually help detect and prevent pollutions?
Okay, so for community-based solution is a natural treatment, which is they are surprisingly effective. Communities act as a support system. They monitor local area, report pollution early, and this help reduce exposure to pollutant. Essentially, an engaged community can play a proactive role in preventing environmental harm.
I like that. People protecting their own backyard. But let's talk money. If we look at all three solutions, engineering, regulatory, and natural treatment, which one gives us the best bang for our buck?
In my opinion, from a cost and resource efficiency perspective, engineering solutions are indeed expensive due to equipment and continuous treatment, but they save money in the long run by reducing health risks and preventing ecosystem damage. Regulatory solutions are much lower in cost because they are mainly used administrative resources, trained officers, and monitoring system, which help reduce future cleanup costs. For community-based or natural treatment, solutions are very economical, focusing on community awareness and coordination by using local knowledge to prevent pollution early. Comparing all these three solutions, combining regulatory measures with community engagement seems to give the best balance between cost and effectiveness, while engineering solutions are applied selectively in areas that need immediate intervention.
So we don't have to go all in one expensive tech everywhere. We use smart enforcement and community actions as our foundations and bring in the big engineering guns only where we really need them. That makes sense. Now let's talk sustainability, the big picture. Afika, how do these three types of solutions impact the environment, the local community, and the economy?
Okay, for sustainability, that can be seen as balancing environmental, social, and economic aspect. For engineering solution, environmentally, we remove the pollutant and use bioremediation to restore the river ecosystem. Socially and economically, it protects the health and livelihood of fishermen, and clean river support fishing activities and local economy. For regulatory solution, differ mainly in terms of enforcement, environmental, tighten regulation control pollution at the sources. Socially, they increase public confidence in environmental protection. Economically, although industry bear the complex costs, fair regulation help prevent future economic losses.
So, what's about the natural community-driven approach? How does that help foster long-term responsibility and actually support fishermen's livelihoods?
For community-based natural treatment foster environmental awareness and long-term responsibility for the river. Socially, it protects the health and well-being of fishermen. For economically, it helps stabilize community income and maintain sustainable livelihood.
I'm seeing it now. Each solution tackles a different piece of the puzzle. Environment, people, and economy. It's not about picking one, it's about balancing all three. Okay, last question, Afika. Let's get practical. If we actually want to implement this, engineering, regulatory, and community solutions, what step do we need to follow?
Okay, for engineering solution, we follow DOE law like water quality standard and industrial influent regulation and use certified treatment technologies to ensure environmental safety and occupational health. Regulatory solutions are based on the Environmental Quality Act 1974 and DOE enforcement framework, which ensure compliance and protect public health. And last but not least, community-based solutions follow environmental stewardship and sustainable fisheries practice. Also, safety training will raise awareness and support sustainable river management.
Thank you to Afika, Shahila, and Sarah. So we are not just throwing ideas at the wall. We have actual law, standards, and framework to guide us that measurings. So here's what we have learned today. The Sungai Lereh case isn't just about a polluted river. It's about families losing their incomes. It's about ecosystem collapsing, and it's about a system that didn't catch the problem fast enough. But here's the good news. We have solutions, real, practical, integrated solutions. We can use engineering to clean and monitor the water. We can enforce law to stop polluters, and we can empower communities to protect their own river. The key, don't rely on just one approach. Combine them, balance them, and most importantly, act before it's too late. Thank you for watching, and let's work together to protect our river for the future.